What up? It's your boy T-Bear here in reaction. Today is Wrestling Wednesday. You're watching right now. Now, I've been very, very reluctant to do this video, but somebody requested me to do this on my Instagram. You know who you are. I'm reluctant this because right now I'm not a fan of this current character right now, only because he's a heel. That's the only reason. If heels facing a heel didn't matter wrestling, I maybe still a fan rolling them. I didn't even give him pass, but I didn't even try to give him pass. But you know, folks in certain groups was trying to call it heelish and all that, and like they didn't want to do it. Then the whole quote he's saying got hella annoying. Folks made it more annoying and everything. But anyway, yep, it's about Roman Reigns. Like I said, I got love for Joseph and know he's doing his thing, but I'm not rolling with the Tribal Queef, man. I am the big dog face Roman Reigns fan, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, if I don't do this request, this person might try to call this hillish of me. I don't need that around me because folks have done that plenty of times in wrestling groups I've been in as well too. One called Now, another one Jobber Tears. I reluctantly slowly went back to, but then one nice too many people. But some of these groups, you know, folks is got too much nonsense going on, and you know, because they too low in heels, they want everybody to have heelish in them. It's ridiculous. But that's another story. Let's get on with this this video. This is from Pllana. Pllana, you know, this might be one of the Pllana videos I might be too fond of. Everything, but really thinking about it though, majority of it ain't gonna be too bad, cause this video is Roman Reigns ranked, and we already know reason why, cause I already know it's gonna be #1, cause you know, just cause. But at least I get to reminisce on the days I was rolling with Roman heavy, had his back, didn't care the fact that sadly folks was booing him as a face and anything. I stuck with him because being the face, I got be roll with the face. You gotta stick with the face no matter what. I do it plain tongue. Until fortunately they leave the side face and go to the other side, and I had no say so with them anymore until they come back. Unfortunately, there's a chance that he may never come back to the face side. But I will enjoy the moments the day he's become the face until they go to #1. But anyway. This is Roman Reigns ranked. This is from Pllana. You know, Pllana videos I've been very fond of late though. I wasn't fond of him at first. You know, he was because that was the video that the babyface suck video. That was, you know, y'all saw me. I was heavily disgusted about his videos, the video and the comments as well too. And the thing about funny, ironic, this guy here was the headline of it. This guy here, no, not him. Sorry. What the hell? I think I lost it. Alright, hold on a second. I think I lost my thing. Give me a second. There you go. This guy right here was the headline of it. But, I guess it's not that damn one because he's not a babyface anymore. But anyway, we'll at least get the joys to them. He was a babyface. But anyway, this is Roman Reigns ranked from Pllana. Let me get through this because I know #1 I'm going to be about it. But anyway, let's get it.
Roman Reigns has established himself as this generation's GOAT, and that is simply just a fact. Hogan was the GOAT of the 80s, Austin and Rock were on top during the Attitude Era, John Cena was the face of the franchise for not one, but 2 separate eras, and Roman Reigns has become the GOAT of the last 6 or maybe 7 years. With that being said,
the fact that say 6 or 7 years means he's clowning days as a face. So get a little clap for that.
It would be the perfect time to make a video ranking his character's run and the evolution of it. From 2012 through 2014, there's the Shield Roman Reigns. We saw Suffering Succotash Roman from 2014 through 2015. The Big Dog was a thing that started in 2016 and ended in 2018. SmackDown Reigns was next from
SmackDown is my yard, yes, but
up until the pandemic,
and
we are currently on the Tribal Chief / the head of the table, Roman Reigns, that lasted from 2020 until now. Now that you're all caught up, let's jump right into the worst version of Roman Reigns.
Of course, it's gonna be figure that. You know,
I'm sure
I faithfully stuck with him. You know, he's face because he's face. You know, he had to suck with success. He was finding his niche, but I stuck with him regardless, man.
Aren't surprised that suffering succotash Roman Reigns came in dead last. He was actually horrendous during this time period, and it's kind of funny when you look back.
I kind of miss posting the woman wins gif when he's the win, but maybe if he goes by the Undertaker, never say never in terms of face, he'll get that gift back.
It makes sense why the fans rejected his push to the top. Roman Reigns did not have it at the time. Without Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose to hide his flaws, we got a good look at a professional wrestler who just wasn't ready to be a singles competitor, especially at the top of the mountain. This was a tough time for Roman Reigns. Despite receiving a negative reaction from the crowd and being underdeveloped, Vince still wanted to make him the #1 guy, and it felt very inorganic because of that reason. Roman Reigns was met with one of the worst crowd reactions at the Royal Rumble in 2015. Even The Rock...
I remember that. Of course, you know I was there that one because I was there. I felt so bad for that man at the time.
Coming out to save him could not get a positive reaction. This victory single-handedly ruined his career for some time. The match with Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 31 was great stuff, but other than that, this run was kind of ass. Roman Reigns did win one world championship during this run, but nobody cared. If you would have told me that this man would become the GOAT of this generation at this time, I would have laughed in your face, but I suppose with practice, you can accomplish anything.
SD SmackDown, it's my yard now.
The next version of Roman Reigns that is near the bottom of this ranking.
I'm surprised this was down because this is pretty much him after he dealt with leukemia and everything. I thought some people was behind him, but I guess we'll see.
SmackDown Reigns. When he got drafted,
hold on, freezing up. Anyway, sorry if it's still freezing. Anyway, you're hopefully back. Anyway, sorry we keep freezing or anything, but still. Yeah, I was surprised this was ranking low. I thought this was good. What a run because he came back. This is like a little bit after the leukemia situation he dealt with as well too. The other reason I was going to give him a pass as well too because of the way he dealt with, but you know, folks ruined it for me, and as well as the way they booked him ruined it for me as well too.
The next version of
I will give him the pass of the tribal thing, but no, as the one because I thought he's on record everything not. Cheat most of the time, but that's another story.
That is near the bottom of this ranking is SmackDown Reigns. When he got drafted to SmackDown Live in the beginning of 2019, we saw a slight shift in his character for the first time in a really long time. Roman Reigns wasn't the babyface we were used to anymore. He became kind of a tweener who had a more badass presence. Because his run on Raw was so atrocious, I guess that Vince McMahon wanted to send him to the blue brand with a new personality, and honestly, it was working at first. Roman Reigns was not getting the same...
He wasn't a tweener, he was still a babyface. What are you talking about?
...hate he was getting prior to this run. The fans were actually beginning to like him, and that also applies to social media. I remember seeing tweets of people praising his work and his character development, saying that it seems like WWE is changing his character for the good. It also helped that he put on some good matches, such as his tag team match with The Undertaker, his match against Buddy Murphy, or his tag team match with Daniel Bryan against Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. This version of Roman Reigns was pretty decent, but it was extremely forgettable because, like, honestly, it just happened and you kind of forgot about it. WWE was very busy focusing on Seth Rollins.
That's because, and part because of the damn pandemic.
The Fiend, Becky Lynch, Brock Lesnar, and Kofi Kingston, that Roman Reigns sort of just became an afterthought. Even though this was a lackluster run, it's still so much better than suffering succotash. That's still the worst, all right?
The Shield. Well, you know, I'm happy when this, you know, first they was heel, but when they came face, I was on board. I was happy when they did that little face turn, yes.
Now we're getting to the good stuff, and that good stuff includes Roman Reigns,
Believe in the Shield,
Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose, aka The Shield. The Shield was one of the best things to happen to WWE in 2012. When the product was so dry, we needed something to spice things up, and The Shield was that something. I'm not sure if it's nostalgia playing a big factor, but I feel like The Shield were pretty fucking cool. They just showed up and kicked some ass. The good old times. Roman Reigns was the big man of the group, and I always found it funny that he was given that role considering that he wasn't ever that much bigger than Seth Rollins or
it's the thing. That's the thing about it, though. It's true. I think it's true that Dean was really tall, the tallest, because he was 6'4", and Roman was only 6'3", while Seth was like 6'1", not too far from Roman. Yeah.
Ambrose. Like, if you really compare them, they're kind of the same height. But anyways, during this time, we saw many
This feud was
great
lovely, man.
six-man tag team matches. Roman Reigns proved
This
he
was
a
lovely
very
feud.
good in-ring competitor. With Seth Rollins,
The promo they had when they was irritating them, still one of my favorite promo from the Shield, though. And I think this amount of time they was kind of tweeners. They was kind of tweeners at the time though. When you start feeding with the Wyatts, this was good, man.
by his side, the two even won tag team
And
gold.
then-
I remember at the 2014 Royal Rumble, the fans were begging for him
Yes.
to win and eliminate Batista. Of course, that did not
This is
happen,
when he was-
but
this
it
when they
just
turned
shows you
face.
how likable he was with the group. The only reason that he doesn't rank higher on this list for me is because it was a group and, you know, he didn't have any singles work or those big-time singles matches or main events. Also, when you have Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose next to you when you're not ready, it kind of makes you look like the weak link. Don't get me wrong, it was still good work, but it was not his best.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think I was crazy about it. I didn't think he was the weak link at the time. I thought they was making like Dean was the whipping boy because he was getting his ass. Because every time they get into it with somebody, he would the beat down more than Roman and Seth at time or anything. And while Roman was dominant, but then I never thought about that till then. But anyway, all right. We got one more before you know it's gonna be the one, but let me enjoy the big dog because this is when he was babyface or anything. Well, Sloan with Tweener as well too because he wasn't a good guy or a bad guy. He was the guy, but you know Tweeners Tweeners and anti-heroes always get a pass with me. But he still was a face in the way.
I might get some heat for putting the big dog at the number 2 spot on this list, but it needed to be done. I don't care how much I despise Roman Reigns from the year 2016 all the way through 2018, but that version of him is definitely goated. This man literally rocked everyone's favorites in every match and main evented WrestleMania after WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, when he beat the shit out of Triple H. Yo, yes. When he beat his ass in that chair. Loved every moment of that. Yes.
Would boo this man, but it didn't matter. He came
He's beating
out,
shit out of
won
him.
matches, and he took care of business. The program with Triple H
Yes.
was really good stuff. He even gave The Undertaker his second loss at WrestleMania. That is a monumental thing. And the next night when he showed up to Raw to talk about it, he received one of the most negative reactions I've ever seen. Roman Reigns then said only 5 words and deadass walked out. That was some GOAT level shit. It was honestly so much fun to hate him throughout this time. Roman Reigns was the biggest heel without even being a heel. Like, how do you even do that, my guy? It kind of reminded me of John Cena when he was rejected and hated all throughout his 2008 through 2016 run. But honestly, it was fun to hate him. It's all about getting a reaction.
I didn't get why people hated, but they had a reason. I was still root for him regardless, man, because he was a face, but he's the dude, man.
And I had a lot of fun, and I gave him that reaction. So the big dog has got to be at this number 2 spot because he got some great reactions from the crowd.
And here we are. You already figured this would be the one because you know they focus all over it. All right, let's get this over with.
And the best Roman Reigns is definitely the current
Of course, you're
Roman
gonna say that
Reigns,
one.
aka the Tribal Chief, aka
The tribal queef.
the head of the table, aka God Mode Roman, aka the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. When he returned in 2020, I don't think anybody expected him to come back as a heel. It was a bold and risky move, but it paid off. Roman Reigns went on to have the best run of his career, changing the trajectory of his career. The feud with Jey Uso might be some of the best storytelling that we've seen on WWE TV programming ever. The emotions they pulled out for their story was next level stuff, and it should be studied by all future professional wrestlers. The dominance he displayed is unheard of. It's even hard to picture anyone defeating Roman Reigns right now.
What would you know?
We haven't seen him lose in such a long time. And for the first time in his career, he is being acknowledged by the fans. Roman Reigns is getting the love that he should have gotten years ago.
He's begging folks for acknowledgement.
It does suck that he's a part-timer, especially when he's got both world title belts, but he's so good that I can't be mad at him. Because when he comes on TV, it is good stuff. He's even elevated his family so much throughout this storyline. The Usos feel like bigger stars. Solo is getting really good exposure, and Sami Zayn is thriving right now. This is hands down the best version of Roman Reigns, and it's not even close. Anyways, that is it for the video.
All right,
That
cool.
is
There we
my
go.
list. Let me know yours
Here
in
we
the
have it.
comments below.
There you have it. Pllana's rank number Roman Reigns rank. I could have been. I was gonna sport let him play the first one, the number one out, because I could have just cut it off, but I ain't want to do that. That been coming by me. But at least the big dog, number one, number two. So I always take second place. Where I'll take a second highest face regardless if I take a higher face regardless, you know what I'm saying, which is the big dog. You know, he's like facing tweener in the way. Just to chill part heel, but face later on. Anything but became my favorite. And I was surprised to make that's Reign got ranked lower, but either way. And of course, social says that this is when I was gung ho with the babyface thing. I root for him regardless though, because he was the babyface. He was doing his thing, man. I felt bad. He was getting the treatment and everything. His why I was going to get it passed to the last one, the final one, but you know, too much. It was like putting my facehood in jeopardy and all that, and folks were trying to call it heelish or root for a bad guy, because I usually don't, but I was going to give him a pass, but they was, you know, using it against me, so I had to. And then the whole acknowledgement was getting annoying, and then the whole cheating to win most of the time. I know that's what he'll do, but he's doing it too much. It was like, it wasn't no wrecking anybody here. It was cheat my way to the victory and leave. And now he's doing the same shit he bitched about Brock Lesnar doing when Brock was a heel. Anyway, other than that, if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe my YouTube channel. It's your boy T-Bear signing off. One love.